Hello and welcome to Sunday. We are going to be playing some Magic today. Who is we? Me and Austin. Now Austin has played more Magic recently than I have. Actually, I thought the last set I played was Amonkhet. Austin reminded me that it was apparently Core Set 19, which I do not remember at all. But it's been a year?
It's been a year, about a year.
So I'm playing Magic once a year now. We'll see how today goes. I haven't looked at the spoiler, so I'm not really familiar with the cards in the set. But I'm still excited because Core Set was always my favorite, and it has like the most familiar cards.
Yeah, it's gonna have the most evergreen mechanics and everything like that. But
yeah,
it definitely looks good this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we get out of the packs, definitely.
Yeah,
and go from there.
And the other thing is, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people because they did 3 pre-release days: Friday, Saturday, and then today, Sunday. So they've been really busy. We're going to see how many people are actually over there.
Together, the magic of the 5 mana can harmonize mankind or become the most powerful destructive force capable of ripping apart the universe.
Oh God, that's what sunlight looks like. Let me turn that down. There we go.
Get the
So,
shadows.
yeah, well, it was. Oh man, and then the humidity.
Oh yeah.
Do you see that?
Oh jeez.
It'll
Welcome
come back.
to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, well, that's just what it's like whenever you're in AC and then you come out into the sun.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
slowly get fixed. So we just finished. There were 6 players, which was pretty good. Because when we first got there, it was like 3, and we were like, oh no. But then more people showed up. But of the 6 players, 4 of them tied for first, including both Austin and myself.
Yeah, we went 2-1.
Can I?
There we go. That'll help.
That does a little bit. Anyway,
There we go.
So the winnings were 2 packs of cards.
Yes.
And everyone wanted packs of cards.
Of course. Except for
me, because I don't really like play Magic regularly. So it's like, Roland, can I have a Wii game? And he was like, yes, you can have a Wii game. So I got Pizza Delivery Boy, which is a game I've not heard of, but you make the pizzas and then deliver them, and it looks fantastic. Anyway, I don't know what the next Magic event is, but maybe we'll do some more Magic in the future.
What comes out? I don't think they've announced the next set yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they also changed the release schedule, didn't they? Because it used to be completely different.
Not really. The release schedule hasn't really changed that much. It's just different sets.
Oh, okay.
So the core set's always summer like this.
Okay. I also last night when I was doing the end of the vlog, I was like, they haven't done a core set in forever. And it's because I must have mentally put out that I had done core set last year.
Yeah.
I must have done really bad. I don't remember. But at least this year went better.
Yeah.
So
it went a lot better.
All right.
Your deck looked a lot better.
Yeah. Birds, man.
Yeah.
Birds are good.
Blue-white Fliers Work.
They worked really well. So I'm sure some people are going to ask about the deck that I played today. So I've laid out all the cards here so I can just show you what it was that I played. So in my pool, I had more blue than any other color. So I knew probably off of the bat that I was going to play blue. And I also had a pretty good amount of white. So I decided to put together blue-white Flyers. So I have got 8 islands and 8 plains. And I also managed to get this Tranquil Cove. So I got a dual land there. One of the things I noticed about M20 is that, and it wasn't just my curve, it was a lot of other people's curves, is that the curve is not early. Very few 1 and 2 drops in my deck, very few 1 and 2 drops in most of the other players' decks too. There's a lot of stuff happening, in this range. But I had a lot of Flyers, which is really exciting. Because I've got Angel of Vitality, Griffin Sentinel, the Griffin Protectors, and then I also managed to get this too, the Empyrean Eagle, which grants other creatures that have flying +1/+1, and this did some serious damage. And actually, the very first game I played, things came together really quick, which was exciting. But even down the line, like Dawning Angel and the Boreal Elementals, they're all flying. The Dawning Angel is actually a very fun card because it allows you to gain 4 life. And there was one game that I played where I had that out at the exact same time as Angel of Vitality. And Angel of Vitality says that once you have 25 or more life, this creature gets +2/+2. And the other cool thing is that when you gain life, you gain +1. So if you have Angel of Vitality and Dawning Angel out together, whenever Dawning Angel comes out, you get 5 life and go to 25. So this 2/2 becomes a 4/4 flyer for 3, which is a pretty good deal. Otherwise, I had some bigger bombs here. The Attempts card came out a lot because, you know, there weren't any particular games going very quickly because, you know, there is no early drops. So I got to see this almost all the time. It's a pretty nice card just in general because it's a 4/5 flyer and you have the cool ability where you can draw 2 and discard a card. It's got this other thing where, like, if you can get 6 different CMCs revealed that you can make the other player lose the game. That would have been fun to pull off once, but I could never do that. I needed to use the cards in my hand. I couldn't just hold on to them forever. Otherwise, God's Willing was extremely helpful. And then also Anticipate, which just lets you go, like, look at cards and then take one. This was also a really fun little trick that I got to play multiple times. Brought Back basically means that, you know, if you die on a turn, you can bring those cards back. So I would often keep 2 white mana untapped, and then, you know, I might block with creatures and then bring them back. Or on my turn, I would attack and get them to, you know, block, so we would trade creatures, and then they'd be like, haha, surprise, I'm bringing mine back. So that was fun. Winged Words is amazing. This card was fantastic because almost every creature in my deck can fly, and it costs 1 less if you have flying creatures. So basically, for 2 mana, I got to draw 2 cards, so that was fun. And then these, good God, these are incredible. I had 2 Aerial Assaults in there, and this just lets you destroy a target tapped creature. There it goes in focus. And you gain 1 life for each creature you control with flying. So not only was I killing stuff, I was usually gaining a lot of life. And then finally, I had Captivating Gaze, which is a good card, a good late game card, but it only came up and was actually usable once in all of my matches. Overall, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing the Magic Core Set 2020. I haven't played Magic in a year. Again, I had forgotten that I played last year. So I don't know how I did, but it must not have been fantastic. But this was fun. The core set's always my favorite one to play because the cards are generally pretty familiar because they do a lot of reprints. And then also the mechanics that are going on in the set are mechanics that are staples of the series, and they're not introducing a lot of new stuff. So yeah, it's fun, it's easy, and even if someone's been away from Magic for several years, they can come back to a core set and just pick it up and play, and that's really fun. But yeah, it was exciting to technically be in first place, but when you share first place with 3 other people, it kind of loses its meaning. The thing that sucks is that I went, 1-2 and then 2-0-2-0, and if I would have just won 1 more game at the start, I would have won it, and that would have been really fantastic. I've never won like first place in a Magic thing. Maybe one day, maybe at some point that'll happen, but it was not today. Anyway, I'd love to hear if you guys went and played Magic. I know that we don't talk about it on the vlog a whole lot these days, just because I don't play it regularly. At some point, I'd still love to get around to doing streams of Magic Arena. That's still like a goal once I get my life a little bit on track. But if you guys went and played the core set pre-release, I'd love to hear how you did, if you pulled anything interesting or valuable, or maybe you played on Arena. You can still talk about it. I didn't pull anything of particular value, no Planeswalkers or anything like that. But as far as like being able to build a deck and having a ton of flyers, there was intrinsic value in that, and I was excited about that part. So talk about the Magic 2020 core set. I keep wanting to say 2010. It's because that's what it was when I started playing Magic. It was the 2010 core set. It's been 10 years. Good God. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's be back tomorrow, shall we?